Welcome to the course of Decktopus, which is AI Presentation Maker. And in my opinion, this is actually a PowerPoint killer, not only because of the price, because of the practicality using this particular tool. So we are not going to cover just the basics. We are going to cover the use cases, the projects we are going to cover in this particular video about how you are going to use Decktopus for lead generation, customer support, pitching your product or services. In my opinion, we pitch our SEO and digital marketing services. We are going to cover that as well, and there will be vocal decks which you can use customized AI vocal decks to cover your presentation, and you can also generate case studies for your services. And there will be a portfolio. If you are a freelancer and you want to showcase your portfolio, you can easily use this and add to your CV that you can share your portfolio of the projects you have completed in the past, which will be added beneficial for your future clients. And we are not going to just cover the AI part, we are going to cover the basics and how powerful it is to integrate this into your daily professional life. So without further ado, let's get started. And before let's get started, you have forgot something, which is subscribe to this channel. And let's go to the decktopus.com here. Let's go to the pricing part. So they have the three pricing part, but you can also get started for free, because with the free you cannot use the AI features, but you can use the basic features which will be beneficial for you. And you can go to the link in the description box to get access to this with 20% off as well. And here in the pro, all platform access will be available, 750 AI credits, which will be enough to create 50 to 20 decks per month. And there will be AI assistants. You can chat with the Decktopus AI such that you can create all the decks and customize that as well. So there is the presentation generation with the AI obviously, and there's the AI image generation. So you want to create the images with the help of AI, you can also do that. There's a PDF export as well, so you don't need to share or download with the PPTX format. You can have the PDF export. And there is also the business plans which include custom domain connection. Why you need to have a custom domain connection? Just because if you are pitching the deck, you can embed that to your custom domain and you can share that link as well. It is actually beneficial for the large scale agencies as well. And now let's talk about the free part. So there you can create unlimited number of slides using the free account as well, but you don't have access to one thing, which is the AI. And as you can see, you can record the voice, you can add the presentation notes. Storage will be unlimited for the free user as well. There is a private storage as well. There's a history, and only AI creation, which is created only 20, which is way less. You don't need to use that, but you can also create that and try that out if it actually suit your use case. And there's a collaboration which you can view and edit and share with your team, but there's a no team license until and unless you have a business account. So enough of this, let's get started to the dashboard here. So this will be the dashboard here. So you have create presentation of three options available. First is starts from the scratch, which will open the editor. Second will be the template, which will give you the templates of various type of their pre-made templates which you can open and edit and use. And there is a create with AI, which will create from the scratch using AI. So you can create multiple folders. For example, if you want to create something like SEO reports, you can create a new folder here and it will create a folder here just like this. You can open that folder and start adding or creating your text, and just like that. And going to the settings part, on the right side you have the settings part here. So there's the profile settings, there's the webhook. Webhook will be for the automation if you use Zapier. So if you use Zapier, then Zapier or make.com or any automation, you can use the webhook to send your data to the webhook and it will automate the task for you. And there's a refer and earn if you want to earn by sharing it. And there's the subscriptions, this will tell you which plan you are on. I'm on the pro plan. So this is the dummy account which I paid for to let you know how you can heavily leverage that. But we have a business account with them from our workspace. We use this particular tool all the time. So there will be the credit history. You can go ahead and see where your credit has been used. So this is about the dashboard. This is very basic and clean dashboard, and you can also search for your decks just from here. So this is about the basics of Decktopus. So now moving forward, so they have two type of editor here. Okay, let me give you the overview of old editor. So this is the old editor, as you can see here. So there are different set of themes for the old editor and there are different set of themes for the new editor. So this is the new editor and this is the old. So they are actually in the transition to new editor, but they don't have that much of an option in the new editor, but they have the cooler themes in the new editor. Okay, going to the designs here. So as you can see, you can style your design as per your brand, and you can also customize that with the help of this. So they have AI assistance inside the new editor. Okay, let me go ahead and tell you the interface of the old editor. So this is the old editor. So they have a different set of themes. You can simply go ahead and select any part of theme. It will start applying to your deck here. And if you click on the plus button, so it will give you the slides option from that specific theme. Okay, as you can see, these are the different slides option available here, which you can choose and add to your slide. And this is styles option. So there is style, you can easily change the color as per your brand, and there's a color option, so you can also swap color as per your preference. As you can see, the code, the icon, the list, and there is also the chart, so you can also customize the chart's color just like that. So this is actually very powerful as we compare to the AI PowerPoint Maker. It's actually for the advanced users, but if you want to create it quickly with the AI, and not only the AI, which is simplified Canva type interface, then you can go ahead with the Decktopus here. And now going to the background, you can also change the background as per your theme, as you can see. So if you want something add to your left, you can easily add that here, so just like this. So the transparent part here, which lets you add any type of media just like there. So there's also the element section which you can use. They have different set of media, for example, image, GIFs, icon, and logo here. And you can also add the interactive items, for example, the line chart table. And there's a content blocks, which is obviously bullet points, icon list, and there's a timeline as well. So if you click on the timelines, you can see this is the timeline which you can add. So you can add more timelines here just like this. We are going to dig deeper to this. So there is an slide notes or the transcripts. For example, if you want to add the voice to your particular slide, you can easily present that here. And there's AI assistant features, but to use this particular AI, you need to create your deck using AI. What that means is the create with AI option, you need to click generate your deck using this to enable this AI assistant. Okay, and there will be brand which is coming soon in Decktopus, which will be great because if you have a branded colors, you can easily customize your theme regarding that. But for now, you can use the color section here. And now going to the new, which is actually far better than now, but they lack something. What they lack is the element section. And in the element section, what you can add is you can add form, you can add rating, and you can add table or something like that, which you cannot add. For example, if you want to create a lead generation form using your deck, then a form will be a better way to get the image from the prospect client, which cannot be done with the new editor. So there is the new editor. As you can see, the AI style creator, and there are different, you can also translate your deck, and you can also create engaging Q&A, smart presentation tips, and there is the designs as well. You can easily set design or you can duplicate that, and there's a background section as well. So there's the element sections which does not have form. So this is only limitation of the new editor. You cannot have the form, you cannot take emails from the user, you cannot take the responses from the user. So there's a two use case which will be eradicated from using the new editor. First will be the customer support, because for the customer support you need to take the responses from your prospect customer or the prospect client. And second will be the lead generation. You cannot do that with the help of the new editor, but it's actually very good if you are going to pitch, you're using deck for pitching or showcasing or building a CV or even creating a reports. So if you click on any of this, so they have the different types of options, as you can see in the header section, which is not available for the old here. So there's the media section, which is, as you know, there's a storage section as well. And in the storage section, you can also create with the help of AI images, and there's the notes, so you can add the notes just like your old. I prefer to use the old editor as compared to the new, because old editor has much more options available to create the same. And now how you can enable old or switch between the old and new. All you need to do is go to your profile icon here, click on the profile setting, and there is the try new editor. And if you click on that, just reload this, and then whenever you create a new deck, it will create with the help of new deck, it will create with the help of a new editor. For example, if I create from the scratch, so these are the templates that is available here. So for example, if you click on any of this, it will create in the new editor. For example, let's go with the flow. So if I click on it, it will open a new editor here, as you can see here, just like that. If you click on the add slide, so there are different type of ads templates available. You can easily go ahead and add to your editor. So this is the first part, and as you can see, the templates for the new editor is pretty limited, but it's actually very engaging as we compare to the old editor. So this is the new editor. So if I go here and switch to the old editor, and if I click on the start from the scratch, as you can see, only limited options available. But even for the limited options, they don't have that much of a creativity as we see in the new editor. So if you click on the create template, they have a various templates available for the old editor, but if you click on the preview, the templates are very basic, not that engaging as you can see here. So if I click on any other, for example Nelson Mandela one, so they don't have that appealing or that customization that you need or that engaging decks you need that is available in the new editor. Whether if you create with the AI, so it will create using the old template. So which type of editor you should use? See, if you want to create a lead generation or a customer support, you can use the old editor. But if you want to create deck for pitching or just showcasing or presenting to the audience or in the seminar or something like that, then you should use the new editor. This clarifies that. So now let's move forward to first part of the video, which is create with AI. So for this, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the new editor. So if I click on the try new editor, it will create our decks with the new editor because that is very efficient and engaging as we compare to the old editor, which we have already discussed. So we will use the old editor only in the two cases. First will be for customer support and second will be for the lead generation. But now let's create with the AI. And now for the creating with the AI, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create with my personal experiences. For example, I will create the SEO pitching here. I want to create the SEO. So you need to include as many information as possible to this particular prompt. So if you want to have the prompts for the Decktopus, you can also grab our copyrocket.ai's 10,000 plus prompt book, which is also included for the prompts for the Decktopus as well. So go ahead and grab that link in the description box. Okay, so this is about the SEO pitch of Webby Digital, and next you need to tell about the different pages you want to include. Okay, for example, the pitch you take to prospect client, which includes about this. So 6 years of experience. Also includes about us, team behind the organization. Okay, so this will be our basics about your own organization. Okay, and next will be how you provide your services. So this is about the SEO, but for your own organization, you need to shortlist all the details about services you provide. And next will be how services are going to provide. So your deck should be about pitching. That means you need to convince your prospect like that you are professional and you are the organization that they need for their business or services, right? And this will be our whole idea of about my organization. Next will be how I work. So next, provide different. Why I'm suggesting you to put as much as information, because if you are creating with the AI, you need to be as specific as you want. So for that, you need to provide as specific information you want to let it generate it for you. Okay, so this will be the minting low hanging fruits, creating topical maps, and next will be. What I usually do is I provide only 1 or 2 case studies in my proposal deck, which is the pitching deck, but I include a link to my another deck which is about the case studies, which I have around 10 or 12 case studies which I have covered there, such that I don't want my prospect client to lose interest in my deck. And for that, if they really want more proofs, they can go ahead with the another more case studies which you can go and add and see how much I have built for them. So this is the case studies. You can add your own portfolio. For example, if you're a web developer or something like that, then you can add your portfolio in the last 2 case studies. And so this is something which you want to create using AI. And next, you need to provide the tone. So this is the first prompt here. So this is actually very last prompt and very specific prompt. So you don't have to iterate that much in the upcoming steps. So this is what I was talking about. So they have created first is SEO pitch deck. Okay, let it complete first. So this will be the cover of your own branded logo or something like that. So about Webby Digital, and there's a meta theme, and there's a SEO strategies, as you can see here. So SEO strategies has this much of a strategy. So obviously they have a site audit. So they have already added the percentages to it, and keyword research, technical SEO, and off-page optimization case study 1. So this will be very concise case study. So for more cases, you need to click on the next tag, and there's a contact us. So this will be the contact us. This is a thank you page and references as well. So for this is using the Obsidian theme here. So I want to change my design. I don't want to use this. So you can easily select the theme on the right and see whichever actually align with your brand here, just like going by like this. I really like the flow one. So if you click on the apply, so it will create the flow one here. Now for the SEO pitch deck, this will be my cover, but this will be the best choice. I prefer you to change the layout. So if you click on the change layout, you can easily go ahead and change that as well. So I personally like this one, which is very basic, but which I can easily add that later, completely like this. So this is about my organization. So I want to change this layout. Let's see. So this will be the pick, and right side will be about my organization. So for this part as well, I want to change to this about my organizational roadmap. All this will be the better way to see. So you can see all the slides on the right here and see if whichever align with your about us page. And let me grab this. Okay, so this one actually way better. Click on apply and meet our team. So for the team, I think this is perfect to showcase the team here, or you can choose any other with the team's logo, but I prefer to use this, which is that. So it also depends on your team size, which you can go ahead and add it that later. So let's go to the changing layout again and SEO strategist. So for this, I want these strategies to divide into different parts, and for that I prefer to add this, because in my strategy there's the 4 key parts. First will be the site audit, second will be the keyword search, third will be the technical SEO, fourth will be the off page. So this will be a better way to showcase that. So I will apply that. And next is site audit. So site audit will the 10,000 step site audit, and analyzing this much your problem, analyzing a performance structure or something like that. And let's click on the change layout here, and this I want to include something like with numbers. So let's see which is the best way to showcase that. So site audit is always about these steps. As you can see, it is about 1,000 steps here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this here. Click on apply, and now click on this keyword search. I think so this is also part of the process, and for this I also want something like the previous one. And for this let's see, this one will be better, because this will apply that the low hanging fruit, this will be topical map, and next will be just like that. Okay, and the next is technical SEO. So for this technical SEO, I think this is the best. And this is the off page optimization. If you want to click on off page optimization, also about creating a backlink and go ahead and add more value to your branding using with the collaboration or something like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to compare that. So for this will be a better way to do this, because I want to compare with the traditional way to generate backlinks. Now with the modern way, I want to use the AI. So there will be the 2 comparison, which you can go ahead and add that to the apply layout. So this is the case studies. You can add the case studies however we want. So I just put that here. It will be very different with the use cases. So for my use case, this is actually fine. For most case studies, they can simply click on the link and get more case studies. For this, let me change that as well. And let's see, I want to create something with the bold characters. Okay, I think this is enough. We can add the link later on. So let's say, okay, so this is contact, and for the contact, I don't think this is the perfect for the contact, because it has only 2 columns just like there. And let's see where we can add a better way to contact page. I think this one is great. Oh, okay, so there's a thank you. I don't want to add any thank you or references, so I will just delete all. So this is the way you can edit any part of your text. And now moving forward to editing your AI text here. And to edit the text, for example, here about web editor, so it's about your organization. So what I'm going to do is, if you want to just click on regenerate, so it will start regenerating it. Okay, so it will not only regenerate the text, but it will also regenerate the layout as well. So if I click on the change layout, I just want about my organization. So this is the perfect. But for the left side, I want to add more points to that says about my organization. So if you click on the expand here, so it will create more points to it. For example, just like this. So it has added the through tailor, this, and we have pride on this. So if you want to edit that menu, you can simply go ahead and add that as well. For example, here I want to add something. We have boosted we have climbed from 30 active on average, something like this. So more number you add, more compelling it will be. So next will be your meet your team. So if you have some meta team, and you can go ahead and easily analyze something like that. And now going to the order. So this will be, as you can see on the left side, there's a slide 11, this is slide 12. So there may be a case case you want some slides to go up or some slides to be down, and for that part you can easily grab that and put that under here just like this, because I want my case study 2 after the case study 1 in the slide 11. You can easily do that here. So if you want to add more slides, just click on the add slide. So you can easily do that with the help of AI as well, but if you want to add another slide, you can easily add that here, and you can also do that with the help of AI. You can also do that here manually. So for example, how to do that with the AI? So on the left side you have a chat based editing. So here add another slide after contact us for thank you slide, just like this. Click on here, so it will start generating that here. Let's just wait for it. After the contact us, you have a thank you slide here. And now there's a limitation to that, creating another slide here after you selected all the layouts, and because it will start creating it again, and as you can see, all the layout has been reset by the AI on the right side, just like this. So this is something which you want to take in mind before selecting the layout. You can easily first finalize all the slides, then start selecting your layout. So this is something which I want to convey and tell you the limitation, how it can damage all the editings you have done. So there you go. But if you don't want that, you can simply click on the undo here. All your previous editing will be available here just like that, but your layout will be refreshed once you start iterating with the chat from the left. So now I hope I have covered each and everything from here. So next, after all this, after you're finalizing your text, after you're finalizing your slides, after you're finalizing your layouts, now it's time to create a generate presentation. Just click on the generate presentation. It will take some time to generate that as well. So let's just wait for it. Okay, so here it is. So this is about the first use case, pitching SEO service, which is the pitching deck as well with the create AI. And as you can see here, this is the first slide which we have selected, and this is about the Web Digital, which is our organization, and these are different strategies here. And this is the audit preparation, there's a performance analysis, there's the constructing a comprehensive audit plan, and just go ahead. So first deck is all about the title about your product or services. So this is about our Web Digital SEO, and the next is here. What here you can do is you can edit any text or just drag and drop anywhere you want, just like that. You have an heading option. For example, if you want a bigger heading, you can easily go ahead and add that as well, or you can add the subheading. Now coming forward to the colors part, you need to go to the design here. You can change the design just like this. You have a different set of background colors. You can go ahead and add that as well. And now to add color to specific heading or something like that, for example, I want a big text here about Web Digital, right? I want it to be overlapping just like that. So I want it to be like this, and want to add the adjust the line height. This is actually very standard. If you use tools like Canvas at some point, you can easily use these editing features. They also have the text option. For example, there's a blur option. If I want to blur this, you can blur this, you can easily add that. There's a stroke option also available. For example, here I want to add stroke of a different color, you can also go ahead and add that. So there's a background option. So there is the shadow option here, just like this. So there's a size and position, so you can easily size and position, so you will get all the coordinates from the X and Y from the left side. So this is about all the text editing features, right? And I want to add some stroke to here. You can easily click on the effects here, text stroke about this, or I want to add a shadow here, text shadow. For this, I just need to minimize the blur, and you can also add the offset here. This looks fine. Opacity, I just want a little bit opacity here, around 50% like this. And for each text, there is an option to AI write that. For example, if you want to summarize this, fix or rewrite, extend another, and for the other you need to type your prompt here. Okay, and as you can see, industry experience, add numbers to it. So add numbers like 6 years of experience. I click on generate here. There you go. So with 6 years of experience, we aim to enhance online visibility and stuff like that. So these are the text options that are available to you. You can also add the transparency just like this. So these are the text options available for you. Now going to the image options. So if you click on this image, and there is a different set of options available. For example, if you want to replace this, you can easily click on the replace. Either you upload or either you create with the AI. So about the digital marketing, I want to add something, for example, a logo of my website. So let me go ahead and go to my logo and download the same. Select this and click on upload. So just open your logo here and scale that here just like this, right? And on the left side, it has all information about my organization. So next, you can simply do that with the help of replace with your team's pics just like that. There's actually a number of options available here for the image images as well. For example, if you want to flip that, you can also flip. Obviously you don't need to flip this. For example, if I want to flip this to vertically, you can either vertical or horizontally, you can choose this option. But if you want to do that with the help of this, you can also do that here. Just use this handle, rotate handlebar just like this. I want to add like here, and here I want to add something like this about this. So about web editor. So this will be my title. I want to stylize that as well. So simply what you can do is something like that. I want to add this to here, our mission. So something you want to add more here. If so, innovative strategies. So I want to duplicate this and add this here. For example, AI adaptability. So I want to say we use AI in our services. Do that. I want to ask this to other rewrite, and we use AI tools to serve various part of SEO services. Just like this. Let's click on generate. So that is, so you can easily generate that as well. And now what I'm going to do is I want to add an icon to each of this. But before that, what you need to do is go to the element section here. So you have a different type of shapes and lines available here. As you can see here, there are different sets of shapes and line. For example, I want to add something like this to the corner here. First, I want to add the fill, and next I want to add this as a transparency, something like this. This actually looks really cool as an element on the sides, just like that. And next, I want to add this as a bullet point to each of my experience, something like this. Yeah, this like that. And want to change this to any color you want, but I think this is perfect. The black looks great. And the same way, I want to add this to the points here, just like that. And now you can also add a background to each of the headings using these elements. So they have a different set of headings here. As you can see, you can also add the icon block from here, just like that, to show all different part of your elements. So this is the part one, and I just want to add this to it, just like this, and a bit about web editor. So this is the part, and you can also add more elements. Let me add something. This one looks great with the transparency. This is something which you can add, stylize your deck here. So this will be your deck, and you can edit any part of this, just like drag and drop. And now going to the media, you can easily replace that here. For example, replacing and creating with the AI, you can just give it a prompt and it will create that for you. Okay, so next is about this dagger. If you click on the replace, so you can also add any set of icons you want from the search icons. Just here in the media section, you can add something like SEO, and it will start showing the results for the SEO, as you can see. So they have 100k or something like that icons. You can add any part to your deck here. Going to the elements part, there also something which is very important in the presentation is diagram. So they have the different type of diagrams. For example, a two-set Venn diagram, you can easily add that here. So this is about the diagram. Or for each diagram, you can select all the color options, all the effects. So for the effects, you have this, which is the cold, warm, and something like that. And there is types of chart colors, like here the fill and the stroke. And there is also the icon option, and you can easily do that here as well. And now going to the content block, there's something more which you can do is with the help of AI assistants. For example, AI slide creator. And for the AI slide creator, all you need to is type comparison Venn diagram for old SEO tactics versus new. So for example, just like this, let's see if it can actually create the one. So I want to add what old tactics used by different companies and comparison with the new one. So SEO comparison tactics. So they have already created this, and we can easily edit that as well. So if I go to the AI assistant again, and you can add any image editor you want and translate my text. So if you want to translate to n number of language, you can easily go ahead and add that as well. For example, if you are going to propose your deck to different part of the country, then you can easily do that here as well. And there's a create engaging Q&A. This is actually useful for the cases where you going to present your deck. So there you will be able to do the create engaging Q&A. For example, if you are going to the seminar presenting your deck and you want to ask questions to your audience, there you need to add that. So there's a smart presentation tips. If you click on the creating the tips, so it will analyze your deck and provide you the tips that you can use to improve your deck you have created. So let's go here. So there are different types. For example, highlight the experience. You need to highlight that. Introduce the theme. Define your unique selling proposition. For example, the innovative SEO strategy use. I need to include that in my deck to make it a more client-centric deck approach. And there's the use visual for engagement. Obviously, we need to add statistics to our SEO pitch to use more about the client-centric approach here. So there's the explain SEO strategy very clearly. You need to go ahead and add that here as well. So there is storage. We had the uploaded file. This is the AI created images, and there is notes. Can easily add your notes here. So this is about the AI creation, how you can use AI to create a presentation for you. So now we will move forward to the different type of decks you can create, and not only that, we will dive deeper how you can create a diagram, how you can create timelines from the scratch using Decktopus. Okay, so let's talk about the customization. For example, if you are going to create presentations, the only one part is actually very important is visualization. So visualization you can do with various type of graphs, charts, diagrams, and you want to convey something with using such styles here. So here it has the element section where you have a content blocks. So we are going to explore the content blocks, how you can use that to create engaging presentation or decks. So first is about the timeline. So timeline is the strategic way to show timeline based, year based data. For example, if you want to show something about your journey or roadmap, you can easily create the timeline, but you can create that in very engaging way. So if you have used, so there's a multiple ways to add the timelines. For example, if you have used the ready-made template, they also have a set of slides that contains the timelines. For that, all you need to do is click on the plus button and you can search along all the timeline based slides here. For example, this can be your timeline, this can be your timeline which is about the roadmap, and if I select this, you can just select this and add your own data to it. For example, like here, you can add this to the year and you can add a number of data to this slide here. So similarly, you can also create timelines using their content blocks. So they have a different set of content blocks. As you can see here, all you need to do is just drag or drop here, or you can just click on required timeline here. So it's already set to the default color, which is a white color, and let me just add my own color here, for example this one, and you can add any type of colors you want to add to your particular timeline here, just like that. And this you can just add here, and for the differentiator you can add something like this. This also looks really good, and you can change text, you can add on elements like icons to it, just like the way you want. But the main part is, what if you want to create something that is, I would say, manually, and then how you can actually create that. So for the manual part, if you have any inspirations in mind, you can easily replicate that with the help of Decktopus slide maker. So for that, all you need to do is just search for presentation timelines. The templates you will see, as you can see, there are a number of templates that are available here, as you can see here. For example, this, we can create this easily using our canvas. So how to create that? For example, so this has this rectangular shape and ended with this forward sign. So we can add that easily here, and they have this dotted line, as you can see here, just like this, and they have the text here. You can easily generate that. All you need is, first you can go to the elements and shapes and lines. So with the help of shapes and lines, you can create n number of things you can imagine. Okay, so for example, for this particular part, let me have this, let me short the width here, just like that, and add just like this, or you can, yeah, this looks perfect. And now to fill this, you can use this light gray option. Yeah, this looks perfect. And now if you don't want to show the corner sides, as you can see here, this is a corner side which is very pointy, and you want to add the corner radius to it, you can simply use this adjustable settings, and they have the corner radius here. You don't want to add 9493, just you need to add 234 just to show that this is something you want from your template. Okay, and now for the forward sign here, just like this. So for this sign, let me see if we have this in our objects. Okay, we don't have one, as you can see. So you have another option here. So another option is media. Go to the icons here, just type forward sign, just like that, or you can add the forward, or I would say greater than sign here. So these are the signs that are available as the icon, and they have millions of assets in the icons. So let's see which one will suit our project here, and just you can keep keep on scrolling until you find your desired one, and there it is. So here this much looks great. And now let's duplicate that with the Control C plus V. Let me just add that step just like that, and to the end. There you go. And now you can multicolor it. For example, first is this, second is this, third will be this, and fourth will be any custom color you want, or in something. This looks good. So you can add text to it, as you already know how to add the text. Go to the element section and you can add the heading, text, and however you want. But we are going to add this. So this is the pointing dotted line here. So if you go to the element section and click on show more, and there you have the dotted line just like this. Okay, you can add there. So you also have this pointers you can customize. For example, just like this, you have this like that. And to add more dashes or dot, you can select this. So you can also select the line size here. For example, this. Now you can do the copy and paste however you want, just like this, and there you go. Now you can start adding your text to the timelines, for example the year or any type of data you want, just like here. This is how you can create the timeline based data here. And you can also change the background the way you want, just like this, like that, which is from the standard. So this is about the timeline, and the same goes to the diagrams. So if you go to the diagrams, so in the presentation we have a different kind of diagrams, Venn diagrams I would say, or a different matrix. For example, if you want to compare with something, you can also add that here. For the diagrams, let me add the blank page here. And as you can see here, this is a 2 set Venn diagram. So these are the samples that are available. So let me add something from here, for example like this. So this is the 3-way Venn diagram. So as you cannot see the circles here, but there are circles because the circles filled with the background's color, which is white. And if I just select this, now you can see everything here, right? And you can fill that for the rest of the circles, and you will find your data here. As you can see, there are 3 intersection points for the 1 to the 3, to the 3, and 2:1. And now you can edit your text just like this. You can add the icons, and you can replace these icons as well. Just click on replace just like that, and it will start adding the icon with the respective colors and keeping the colors intact. So now how to create custom diagrams just like this? You can also do that pretty easily. For example, you want to create these circles as a custom manually, you can also do that. How? All you need to do is go to this elements. You have all kind of shapes available, and for these shapes available, let's just select this. And now first you need to fill your color. For example, I want to fill this, and now to make it look way lighter, then we need to add the transparency. So you see the blur icon or transparency icon here, you can simply make that just like this. Around 40 I think will be great, but around 50 is also much better. And now duplicate this, add this to just like that. And now to differentiate between the first circle to the second, you can simply darken the color just like that, right? And now let's add the third one just like here. As you can see, we have the 3-way Venn diagram, and let me add this to make it more symmetrical, and there you go. And now to make it differentiate from the other two, all you need to do is darken it, as you can see here. And now you can add the text here. Adding the text is pretty standard here. For example, A, so this is about the A product, okay? And now let me just do that here, right? And let me just copy and paste this, add this as a B again here, C. Now you can add any form of icon to the intersection points, and for this all you need to go to the media, and there's a set of icons where you can simply go ahead and add that here. For example, let me add the Facebook icon here in the middle to differentiate that just like this. And now if you want to be an inch perfect, the placement or the position to be inch perfect, you have 2 options. First is the size and position. You can easily fluctuate between the X to the Y axis, as you can see here. So for example, I want this to the right and to the Y, up and down, but you can also use your up and down keys here. For example, these keys, you can use that as an up and down. So for the up, for the down, just like that, just like you play games, right? So you can also use this to make it an inch perfect here. And now you can change the filling color the way you want, just like that, or the much darker will be better. There you go. So that's how you can create your Venn diagram. Now this is very basic, but if you want to create something very unique, so you can also get all the ideas from the Google. For example, here a presentation, I would search for the diagrams here, and if I click on the diagrams, we have a different kind of diagrams available here. You can easily go ahead and see which one actually suit your project better. For example, here here is one of it. We cannot add these gradients, or I would say the shadows like this, but we can replicate that easily. So how to do that? So for example, this kind of a complex, we can use all kind of shapes and transform this. For example, we have this. So we have this outer line here. We need to build that, and to build that, first we have a circle here. Okay, and now for the fill part, you need to make it a transparent, just like that. Boom, it gone. Don't worry about it. We need to add the stroke here, and to add the stroke, we need to highlight the stroke. So size will be this. I think this is much better, as you can see. And now the fill will be, I think this. So this will be our fill here, right? And now it has all sort of circles around it. You can easily add that as well. For example, this will be our first circle, or you can just make it a little bit bigger. There you go. It shows the radials around the circle here, for example, like this. And let me add that here, right? So for this to play, you can fill with the gradient. For example, this has the gradient, or to make it something like this, what you can do is go to the darker side, just like that. Here, make it a bit darker, something like that. This looks good. So it does look like a gradient to you. So this can be your first. And now adding the icons here. So you can add the gradient in any form of a color. For example, let me add this here. There you go. And now for the second color, this one, you can choose the other color, just like this. For example, this, but for the other color, you can choose something like that. And you can, add the weightage to each one of them, just like this. So this is something like here. Now you can just duplicate this, fill the color as a solid, or something like this, or something like gray one. Going to the gray one, let me add this as a gray, this as a black, something like this. Let me add the positioning. So we're gonna add more weightage to the gray. Same goes to here, something like that. Yeah. So you have all the background here, just like this here, right? And we can add the shadows as well. For that, give me one moment. And so now is the time for the icon. For example, this is the icon we need. For this, we can just simply blend that here like that. And let me color this to be a lighter, so this looks great. And to add the shadow, you have actually various options to do the same. For example, take a picture, mask it. For example, the circle, mask it, circle. Let me add this circle, just like here, right? Or then you have this effects option, add the shadow should be huge, right? And now let's position this to the back. Now for the position to the bottom here. So as you can see here, now you have all the background here, just like that, right? And let me add the position to above. Yeah, so there you go. So this way you can easily add any type of form, any type of graph, and you can copy and paste same strategy to the rest of the elements here. And now it also have this stick kind of circle inside. You can also create that. And how to create that, just have this circle. Okay, this is the mask anyway. So let me go to this and add the circle. So now we have a circle here, right? And let me fill that with this color, or you can also fill that with the help of a pattern. But let me give you an overview how you can fill that here using this, right? And now duplicate this, heading just above it, and now fill that with the transparent, and now add the stroke with the white color. So stroke will be off like this, some border like this, and using the arrow keys, you can set the position here just like that, and boom. So this is how you can plan your layout. So this way you can create any type of diagrams using this. So hope you get the point what I'm suggesting here. So if you don't have the templates inside your own selected ones, then you can easily create that from the scratch using this technique. So this is about the diagrams here, okay? And now moving forward to the image blocks. So what are the image blocks? So they also have the standard image blocks here, but you can also play around with it. For example, if I go to the Google here, presentation image block, so you can find a different way to add the images, okay? Image galleries, I would say. Yeah, so you can add different type of grid, something like that, to your presentation. So same way we can also do that. For example, here you have a media. So there are images that is all available to you. Let me grab this one here. So to resize this particular image, for example, I want a Pinterest style sliding image to the left part of the screen. For example, here first what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a separator. For the separator, I will add something like this. There you go. And something like, yeah. So this is the half, and let me fill this with something. This looks pretty neat. Yep. And now going to position that to the bottom, right? And now we need to add the slider, something like this, and need to add the slider. And now if you're going to move this, and for example here I selected this, but this has moved from its position. For example, this is your ideal position. To fix that, all you need to select is the object lock option. So here now it's fixed, we cannot touch anything else, right? So this image has been selected. Now you can resize in any form, just like that. Obviously the background image will move accordingly, but we can set that. So for example, here what I want, just like this, and I want a corner to corner radius to it. For that you need to go to the effects, there's a corner radius, and add some corner radius to it. It's actually way bigger. This looks cool. And now we can also add the shadow here. Shadow is a must for the presentation, and let me add so opacity. There you go, right? Duplicate that just like it, right? So now if you want some part of the image visible to this particular card, what you can do is just double click on the image, so you have the whole image in the background. So all you need is you can drag and which part of the image you want to be visible on this card, and there you go, just like that. And the same way we can copy this, paste that, create a pattern just like this, duplicate this, add this, duplicate this, add this, right? We can also add something like that. We can add the effects. We can also add the effects here, for example this. Now to give a fading effect, we can easily select the same color of this. Now we have this fading effect, as you can see here. So this way you can add the fading effect. Just select the object and go to the effect, add the shadow, and you can also increase the fading effect just like that. There you go. And now you can start adding on the right, and you can also add any background elements using the object. So this way you can easily customize your image blocks here. And now to cover all other parts of the image, you can also fit to the page, and you can also resize an X and Y position. That's however you want. You can also flip that. But one thing which I need to give you right now, you can mask any image to any form of shape. For example, here you have selected image. I want this to be in the flower type of shape. You can select this, click on apply mask. You have all the objects available here. So all you need to do is select the thing you want. I wanted the flower. There you go. I have got the flower. And now let me resize this. You can resize here just like this. If you want to make it expand that a part or the side of the image, you can easily do that with the help of this. I think this looks perfect, and you can resize like that. But now same way, if you want to show a visible part of the image inside this mask, you can just double click on it and you can show any part of the image just like that. There you go. And now you also have the same effects like with the image. For example, if you want to add the border of different color, for example here I want to add the border of this color, we can easily add that border, as you can see here. And now you can also add the shadows to it like we have discussed, just like that, and things goes on. So this way you can apply the mask. Now talking about the mask, let me add another. Now if you want to blend that image with your logo, you can also do the same. So how to do that? For this you need to have a SVG format file. So what are the SVG format? SVG format file is usually for the logos, which has the format which is for the web. So if you have the .svg file of your logo, you can simply blend that in. How? Just select this image and click on the replace, upload the file of your .svg just like that, and click on open. Now it will take the shape of your logo. Just wait for it. There you go. So there it has taken the shape of your logo. And now to make a visible part of your image, you can simply drag and drop here just like that. This is actually the easiest way. Now it also has all type of effects. For example, the background, shadow, corner radius, and things goes on. You can easily remove the mask too here. There you go. So this is about the content blocks of the image. Now coming forward to the list is also pretty standard, as you can see. So if I apply some here just like that, let me fill that in. For example, yeah, this looks good. Let me add this again, something like this. Okay, so we have a different color for the different team member. And now this type of list you can create. If you want any inspiration, you can simply go ahead and type list, presentation list. You can see there are different kind of lists. You can easily create that just the way I already told you earlier. And the same goes for the icon blocks. So there are different type of icon blocks, and same goes to the guest. So the gallery is something which I've already told you. You can easily create and mask in any form of object or form of, I would say, the elements, like with the star, with the circles here. It's actually pretty same, right? And now coming forward to the next part, which is the tables. Tables is also play the integral part if you are providing some analytical information to your prospect clients, or want to present some data to the webinar or something like that. You can use the tables here just like this. So here first you need to add the header. For header, for example, here I want to add the product here, and just press tab. It will move on to the right side of the header, and sales in 2024, sales in 2025. And now to add one more column, you have this little 3 dot icon here. Just click on it if you need to add one more column, you can easily add that here. For example, 2023 here. Now, as I can see, the 2023 is here. Okay, all I can do is you can click on the move to the left here. 2023 is here. Now click on the move to the left. Now it has come to the first. Now it's 2023, 2024, 2025. You can also click on the sort by ascending or descending order, however you want here. So now to add the table headers font, you can go to the table settings. You have a sidebar here with the dedicated table options. This is for the cells. So the cells is not yet entered here. Let me add that as well. For example, first product is SEO. So sales are something like this. Just add any number for the demonstration, and for the social and for that let me add any demo number here. There you go. And now you have a font family from there. You can change all type of fonts here. So this is for the cells only. This is not for the header. So now you can make it a bold or something like that. You can change the color. There's advanced settings to make it look centered, as you can see. There you go, right? And the same way you can do to the header to make it a center. So now to make it a bold, you can easily do that with the header, either changing the header or you can just click on this black here. So it will create a bold, and there you go. So now it looks pretty neat, and you can change the background of the header just like this and to make it visible. So this looks perfect. And now, so these are the headers. So headers, either you can add to the first row, you can add to the last row. You can select the last row as your header. For example, if these are the headers that is selected. So now going forward to this, I think this is the perfect. And now going forward to the borders, you can add the borders. For example, this is visible borders. So if you want to create the size of the borders just like this, you can go ahead and add that as well. So this is how you can create. And now moving forward to the here, the only negative part of this is you cannot size it to make it look bigger. So this is the only negative about this particular tool. Else it's all right here. So now we also have these three to add a row. For example, if you want to add another row, you can simply add that here. And if you want to move this row above, just here click on here, move up. And for example, if you want to move down this particular row, you simply click on the move down. It will move down, maybe. Okay, yeah. So this is about table. You can easily use this. And if you want to add a transparency to your tables, there you go, you can easily use. So this is about the tables. This is how you can customize the table you want, and I think that's enough. So this is about the element section. This is about how you can easily or manually add these stuff to your. And moving forward to the media, you have a 3-4 options. You can add GIFs, you can add videos. And talking about the videos, for example, I want to add this particular video, you can do the same just like the image, like that. And if you want to have the visible part in between your frame, you can easily double click on it and it will change that here. So it also have the trimming option. If you want to trim certain part of your video only, you can simply go ahead and add that. You can also add the mask. For example, you want it to be in the circle, you can easily do that. You can also silence the video, for example, like this. There you go. And you can also add the transparency or something like that the way you want. So going to the next media option, which is the GIFs, you can search for the GIFs as it is integrated from the Giphy. You can search for any type of GIFs and add it to your slides. For example, you want to add something to this, so let's search for the team. So you will get all type of GIFs related to your work. For example, something like that, you can easily add this here. You have an effect option of this. You can also search with the transparent backgrounds like that. You can add this here, something like this. This actually pretty neat. And you can go ahead and something like here. These are pretty neat actually. Or you want to add some shades to your objects, you can simply add this. Looks pretty cool, right? But it's not that professional. Anyway, so this is how you can use media elements to add a little engaging touch to your slide. So in the next part, we are going to cover the use cases. For example, if you don't want to pay for the Decktopus, don't worry about it. You can use the free version and create a script using any bot. For example, there are Gemini, there are ChatGPT, and there are endless bots that are available. You can use them to create all the scripting, and we can use those script and create a new template from the scratch. What we are going to do the next. Okay, so let's talk about the customer support. So if you are planning to integrate the customer support into your system, then you can use Decktopus to create one, and you can just share your URL to your customer and it will generate all the inquiries you want to take the customer support from. So you don't need any other forms as well. So you just need to share the slides from the Decktopus and the customer will give you all the responses. You can analyze all the responses from their dashboard. So for this, what you need to do is go to the profile settings, and there is a profile settings. You need to use the old old editor here. So to try that old editor, you just switch on from the new editor to old editor. As I've already told you before, like for customer support, to getting the inputs, all the form type of elements you want to use in your Decktopus, then you need to switch to the old editor, not to the new, because they are still integrating with the new editor. And there's also one thing, that if your branding or if your colors or if your templates is also different for the old as well as for the new. So now we have successfully transformed to the old editor. All you need to do is refresh the page, that it will be activated. Now you can create from the scratch, but I will create with the AI. So for the AI, so this will be your prompt, and all you need to do is just type the enter. So it will start creating slide here. As I've already told you, the standard procedure to get done with the AI is actually pretty standard, and you don't need to add anything else. It's just like that. And it says the feedback and the thank you, and these are the slides which you can read, but it cannot create the form for you. So AI cannot create the form for you. So for that, you need to blend it using the other modes as well. So now, as you can see, so these are the themes that is available, as you can see here. So there are theme that is from, as you can see, from the new version. So the idea why I'm doing this is, if you click on the generate presentation, so it will redirect to the new editor. Just wait for the same. Now as you can see, it redirected to the old editor as your deck version 3, and this is the customer support as something. And now you go into the element section, you won't find any form details. So this is the limitation. That's why I've given you a work around it. And now how you can do that with the help of old editor. So if I go to the profile section and profile settings, and it says to try new editor, I don't want to try this new editor, but to create a custom support, you have to do it manually. How? Just create with the template. So if you click on the create with the templates, it will list down all the old editor optimized templates. As you can see here, there's a different set of case studies templates, and the thing goes on here. So let's see if it does have the customer support ones. I don't think it does have, but let's review any form that align with our branding. So you just need to click on the preview, and if you click on the preview, you will find all the details here. So this looks really neat, and just click on the use template. So now this will be the first template, and here, as you can see, feedback form, or if you want to type something engaging, your words matter, okay, something like this, right? And now to swipe that out to the right, you need to add the icons here. For example, here this to tell to see the next slide. And now I want to add the slide to the next, and you can either duplicate it, you can either have the blank slide here. So this looks pretty neat. And now you can first add the heading here, obviously the text here. And to add the text, you may find this very different from the new version of editor. So here you need to add the first, how do you rate our overall service? So this will be our title here. So it does have this slider button to get along with it, but I will be adding that as a centralized. I think this is great, but let me reduce our line length here, and to reduce the same, so we cannot reduce our line here. Okay, so we cannot position arrow. So this is another the negative about this slides. Anyway, so now to add the rating here, what you need to do is go to the element section again, and there's a rating option. So there you go, and rate your experience. So here, if you click on it, you will find all the choose rating style. So I don't want to add anything as an or heading, just like rate below. So I want to add this stars. So choose stars either 5 or 4. I can add the more the better, something like that, right? And so button text will be the thank you after someone disclose this. Obviously it's required. So this will be our first form. Let me just add this like that, and let me add this here. Yeah, that's great. So this will be our first form, and next all you need to do is click on the add slide, and let me add this as a blank. And if you click on all the interactive elements, so you have a form, you can fill up the form here. You have a pie chart, which is I think the diagrams which we have already done. So there's a bar chart, there's a donut chart, and there's a buttons as well. So you can easily embed that here. So now you also have a line chart here. So there I need to add the form here. Okay, so you can add the form here. For example, here, did we meet the expectations, something like that, and it's required. So one has to tap that out for it. So next will be this, or you can add this as your name. So next will be this, did we meet the expectation? You can add this, or you can add the smiley as well. So the next is required, and there you go. So next will be the bullet points. Will you share our services? So the first one will be this. I think this is better. Okay, so for this, let's add something which is selectable. Is actually multiple choice. They can select it. For example, what part of our services you liked, something like that, right? And first will be the SEO, and second will be backlinking, and the third will be, for example, technical part, just like that, and it is required as well. And the next will be the thank you button here and here, and at the last you can simply put another slide that says thank you, and or you can add the city here. So let's search for the template that says thank you. Okay, there's no template here. This looks good. Let it add the same. So now let me delete all the corresponding slides from here. Yeah, this looks good. So this will be your logo. You can add your own logo, and I will say thank you. And next, you can add the next link to it, for example, to your contact page, to any page you want, or you can just type the emails or something like that. So I will add thank you, just like this. Let me launch this, right? Okay, so let me add the font to figure. Okay, so let me add this. Yeah, this looks cool. And for the media part, I'm going to the image here. Okay, this will be, I don't need this image. Okay, for the media part, let's see what type of media we have here. Search media and 3D thank you, something like that. Let's see if it does have. Okay, it doesn't. Let's see what type of 3Ds they have. Okay, so these are the icons, I think. Okay, anyway, so this looks great. And if you want to add some icon to it, let's see if we can add the same. And I don't want any border to it, so search media will be thank you. I think this really look cool and trendy, for example here. Okay, still like that. This will be your logo, and this will be here the background. Just let me add this. Yeah, this looks good. Now you can add your own social media icons here, and with the link of your own choice, and there you go. That's it. Now it's time to share this feedback form, and to share this feedback, you can either share as a link, or you can embed that into your app or email newsletter or something like that, or you can connect to your domain if you want to have a business account. So let me just copy this and search for here and something, submit to see how it's going to have impact. For example, so this is great for your services. I will say this, submit, thank you, and your name. My name is Raman. Click on next or this, and I really like the SEO part and technical part, and click on submit. So next will be our submit form, and we have already submitted this. So going to the dashboard here, so this was this, and to see the responses you have got, all you need to do is click on your deck, and there's a 3 dots option here, and then click on the responses here. So there's a authorization error. Let me reload the same. So it will take a while to have the responses here. So there is some authentication error is coming. So it's actually very standard. So in the meantime, this is actually very standard. So in the meantime, we will get the access to the responses. So this is actually very standard. So the responses will come here. Don't worry about it. It's not coming, but it takes some time to update the responses for all the submits from the URL here. So we will see in the after. So this is something which you want to include as a customer support. So this is the form. You can actually create that and create a form, or even for the lead generation, this is the same step. So you can get all the email, you can get all the address or something, phone numbers or like that using this particular deck. You can embed that in your slide and embed that to your newsletter or your website, and however you want. So this is where you can use slides to get the customer support, to get the feedback from the user, or generate leads using these simple steps here. So hope you find this useful. And in the last part, we are going to use the free version. We are going to use free version of Decktopus and a bots like ChatGPT or something like that to create slides using this simple master prompt, which you will get the link in the description box, from where you can get all the text from the ChatGPT, and we will use that text to create a custom slide from the scratch using Decktopus. So we will cover that in the next part. Okay, so we are moving forward to the last part of the course, and in this particular part we are going to use Decktopus as a free tool. As you can see in the pricing here, we can create unlimited amount of presentation using the free account and using their new drag and drop builder, and even use the old builder as well. So only thing we cannot use is AI creation, because we have only 20 credits enough to create a whole presentation. So in this part, what we are going to do is we are going to leverage that free part of the Decktopus with ChatGPT to generate all the content using ChatGPT, or you can generate image generation using any other tool that is available online, or even if you have any paid subscription, you can use that as well. So here I have this particular prompt which you can copy and paste in the link in the description box, and there is write presentation for my topic. So here you need to replace your topic. Okay, so I'm taking up a topic of organization. So in this particular example, I'm taking a topic of presenting my product and services as a presentation. So write a presentation for my topic, solar panels, and in 6 slides write in your tone. So I want to be in professional tone, but if you have any professional like casual or something, you can go ahead and add that. So don't write more than 300 words in each slide, and you can add extra slide to cover the topic, and write the content slide by slide, and also suggest the layout. So this is something which you, and here are some info about my presentation. So here you need to type your own custom information, and here I need to present the product detail. So here are the details. So here what I'm going to do as an example is, suppose you have a website here. This is a Tesla's solar panel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the information from this website as well as their manuals, which is PDF file. So I'm going to download this just like that, and using this as a manual as a background information, and also copy all the contents from the website just like that, and give it as a context to the ChatGPT, and also get info from attached manual just like that. So if you have a manual, if you have already created a manual for your product or services, you can easily attach that, so that ChatGPT has more information about your product or services. So there I will start adding it. It will start uploading it just like that, and then press just enter here. So slide 1, title slide. So center align title. So this particular prompt, what it will do is it will give you a slide title, what the slide is about, and also give you insight about how to create a layout. So if you are in a brain freeze moment where you don't know how to create a layout of a particular slide, so it will tell you how to create that as well. So here the content is solar panels, so there is save on energy. So all you need to do is just go through each and every slide just like that, and see, iterate, and if you don't like any part of it, you can just ask that here in the ChatGPT, and it will edit that for you. So let's go ahead and create a slide here. So here is create with the template. So if you click on the templates here, so you will find a bunch of templates as you can see, but we won't be doing that. We will start from the scratch, and for the start from scratch you can select any pre-built templates here, but solar panel gives in renewable energy vibes, and it has aligned with the green color, so I will choose the glint here. So it will open the new editor here, but if you want the old editor, you need to switch that on in the settings here. So here is the first slide. There are so much the slide templates are available. So from the starting, we need something like this with the picture. There you go. So this is the first slide, save on energy, power your home. And now we can add this particular title just like here, because this is just the title. So my color will be something like this looks great. Save on energy, power your home. So anything else we have is the Save Smart, backed by Tesla's innovation. So this is something which you can add that as well, but I don't think we need to add that. This is just the first slide. And on the right side, we can just copy and paste pictures from either from the manual. So this looks pretty neat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a screenshot of it, or you can, if you have assets with you, you can simply download that and upload to your gallery here. So let me take this and add that here from the upload storage. Upload your file. Let's see if we can add this. Just drag and drop your image file to the canvas. So it will take some time to look down. There you go. So this looks pretty neat as you can see. So here either we can just paste that here. This looks great. And for this looks pretty neat. And we can add the logo here in the first. So logo is here. I think we can get that Tesla logo if we, okay, let's download Tesla logo. Yeah, so for this we can add this as an header just like that, or just like this. So this is the first part, and let's move on to the next. So let's see what the next slide is all about. So why go solo? So this is the questions which we are going to ask. It is about the content, and let's see if it has anything from the templates. I think this looks good. Why go solo? Just like that a bit here. So it says the left with the bullet points, right with the clean infographics or icon showing the benefits. And let's just put this like here. We don't need these. Quickly delete this, something like this. And we can add the icons as a bullet points. For example, if we go to the media here, there is this check. So this looks pretty neat. And now we can add our color here, just like that. Duplicate to the 4. There you go, just like this, right? So why go solar? Now we can add more solar elements here using the same icon set, just like that. And this looks really good, but let it add something like this. Okay, let's add something else. This looks good. This looks actually good. Yeah, a little bit elements just like that can give you a brand appeal. So for the images, you can simply replace that with yours. Okay, so let me just add something. This looks also pretty neat. Let me add this particular image to my, let's see if it has any infographic just explaining the benefits of solar. So there's none. And let me see if it has infographics from, okay, so there's actually nothing. Let me just copy this. This is also looks great. Okay, file type is not allowed. Let me just copy and paste that. And next thing is the integrated energy ecosystem. The same way you can do to the rest of your slides. Okay, the way you want to create. I won't be doing that for the rest of the slide. I think you got the point what I'm trying to convey here. You can just take the text from the ChatGPT and use either pre-made slides from the Decktopus, just like that, and edit any text, or you can create your own using your own custom diagrams, which you have already learned in the previous minute. So let me complete this whole slide and get back to you. There's one more thing I want to convey here. It's slide number 3. So it has the integrated solar energy ecosystem, but if you go to the layout, so it tells you to add the flow chart or visual timeline to the generate, use, store, and charge. So we will look for the timeline here, so which conveys this particular thing, and let's see if we have one. So there you go, we have one timeline, and this also looks great. So let's just copy and paste that here. Let me put that in title here, just like that. And here first is the title is generate, so let me add this as a title. And next is solar panel usability, just like this, and there you go. And the use part, like that. The same goes for the rest. So you are given everything, you just need to go ahead and edit that in Decktopus, just like that. And there you go. And charge, so charge already has this particular thing that is distinct itself from the other elements, which is I think really great. And now for each timeline, for each element, we have the icons here. So we can simply go ahead and add that something like here, generate. So this is about the generate. So let's see which we can replace that with. I think this really good. There you go. And we need to add the fill color to the white, like that. And there is use, power your light. Power lights is already the same. So there's a store, power store, and there you go. So we have a batteries that says the store here, and you can get let me see, this looks pretty neat. And there you go. And next is charge. I want this to be a bit, I think this is pretty neat. There it is. There you go. And for the bottom line, we have this experience unmatched energy across. So you have added this. So now to the element sections from the background, which looks pretty basic. So you can simply search for the solar and add anything you want to, something like this, and change that to your theme color and position that background, I think down, I would say. And this looks pretty neat, right? And this way you can use the script and complete the rest of the slides. So I'm going to do that because it will take your time and my time to complete this, to put that on the video. So let me complete that and get back to you. Okay, so here you go. I have completed the presentation, as you can see here. So everything from the third there, we have ended the video, and next design will be built to last design durability. So all the image I've collected from the website itself, and there is a power on Azure model. It tells about the app, how you can use real time monitoring and self-consumption mode. And next is is another timeline which I've already created using a Decktopus from the scratch is this. So you can get all the swirl lines from the icons itself. So from there I've got this, and there is a timeline that says from the consultation to power on, which shows the journey of a potential consumer. And next is specs, warranty and support. So we have the wattage, dimensions, and the warranty and the support. And as you can see here, it ended with this, but it looks incomplete. So I've ended the presentation with the quote from Elon Musk, which is, I think we have a duty to maintain the light of consciousness to make it sure it continues into the future. So it tells something about the sustainable future. So I have added that in the end to make it a complete presentation. I will put this presentation in link in the description box so that you can see the how we can get the script from the ChatGPT and integrate that with visually with the help of this particular amazing tool. So do try this particular tool out. The link in the description box. Sign up for the free and use ChatGPT as a link context, or even you can use the AI feature of this particular app. And if you want to get the 10+ prompts of the Decktopus how to create with the AI, we have the link in the description. So this is about the Decktopus from the basics to the advanced. We have covered the different use cases as well. So if you have learned something from this video, do let me know in the comment box. I'm waiting for your feedback. Even if it's negative, do let me know in the comment box. I will try to rectify that in the near future. So see you in the next course. Until then, bye bye.